Hey everyone, Amber Hurdle here, founder of the Velvet Machete Leadership Academy, where you learn to become a more confident, compassionate, and influential leader. I've made the commitment for every work day, every weekday in the month of November to go live and just drop a little bit of information for you to consider, to gobble up, to think on, just a little bite sized snack, if you will, for you to consider as we are going through what I believe is going to be a fairly intense month. So happy election day. I hope that you voted. If not, please go out and vote. It's more important now than ever. Today, I want to talk to you about leading, go figure, but starting with leading yourself. So, this actually came up in conversation late last night with an email between myself and a coaching client. And then it revised in a conversation I had with my friend Leon this morning. So, hi, Leon. I promised you I'd give you a shout out today. I did, because we were talking about who wants to lead someone or who wants to follow someone who hasn't shown success in the areas that we want to succeed in. Just think about that. Would you take financial advice from someone who hasn't been very successful with their finances? They haven't been good stewards of their finances. Would you take fitness advice from someone who does not work out? Absolutely not. So, if you're growing in a company, would you follow someone as your leader, like truly trust them, if you did not consider that they led themselves, if you did not believe that they first led themselves? Now, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm going to go down a couple of examples. These are examples. I am certainly not perfect. I can give you a laundry list of the areas where I need to lead myself better. It is a journey. We're all on the Velvet Machete leadership journey. We never get to the destination. We dip in and out of each of the principles and we continue to improve upon ourselves, right? So let's just say it that way. Now, the first thing that I like to ask is, are you healthy? I didn't ask if you had a hot bod, a bikini bod. I didn't ask that. I asked, are you healthy? Are you taking care of your body? I'm not asking if you're perfect. I'm asking, are you eating in a way that is giving you the power and the energy that you need to lead through an experience like 2020? Are you sleeping? Are you taking care of your body? Are you moving your body? Are you reducing stress through things like yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi? Are you getting out frustration and anger or just extra energy by doing things like running or lifting heavy weights or whatever that looks like? Are you moving your body? Because this is going to enable you to show up not only to get those endorphins going and have a clear brain, it also is going to build confidence inside of you. So, fun fact, I used to be a certified personal trainer back in my 20s. And the thing that was beautiful about helping people go from I've never worked out before to consistent exercisers is that um, it wasn't really about the physical transformation. It was about the transformation from the inside out. So, if you're a leader, one of the first ways you can lead yourself is by simply taking care of the vessel where everything happens. Okay. You cannot show up to work, whether it's virtual or in person, unless you show up in the vessel that you've been given. So, take care of that. Peggy Keel, one of my mentors, the owner of Sports Village Fitness Center in Lebanon, Tennessee, she put it to me this way long ago in my 20s and has said this several times over the course of her career. If you were only given one car when you turned 16 years old, and you know that was the only car you were going to get, and you are not going to be able to upgrade, you can't trade it in, you can't just be like, oh, well, that one doesn't work anymore. Let me just go to the dealership and get another one. If you knew that was the only one you're ever going to get, would you not keep it impeccably clean? Would you not put premium gas in it? Would you not ensure that every single service was met on time, if not early? Of course you would, because that's the only thing that you're ever going to be able to ride in life. Well, your body's the same way. It's the only one you get. So, if you're going to lead yourself first, let's begin with the physical vessel. Let's begin with taking care of your body and being healthy. Don't be a neat freak. Don't be a Nazi about it. Just take care of yourself. Okay. Make it a priority. The second thing I want to touch on in terms of leading yourself is your home. Again, I like to say that I am domestically disabled. I can cook, I can decorate, I can throw a good party, I can throw a dinner party. Mopping the floor, I don't know, not so much. Now, I have who I call my life keeper. She is someone who keeps our house, so that's helpful. But if you're living in Slobfest, how are you going to go to work and then ask people to keep things in order, keep things tidy? How are you going to expect yourself to do that? If you are going to let the dishes pile up for a week at home because you're so freaking concentrated on what's going on at work, that's not leading yourself. That's not creating an environment that supports the relaxation and the comfort of your home. If you can't do it at home, sure ain't going to happen at work. So if you're asking your team to keep their work environments tidy, if you're asking your team to make sure that those processes are being consistently met, shouldn't we be trying to do that at home? Again, I'm not perfect. I got a pile of laundry here and there every once in a while. I have a pile of papers here once in a while, but the intention is always there. Okay, girlfriend, she's got her a clean office. Okay, don't look at the pile of papers on the floor right here, but this environment is important, but so is the environment in my home where I can relax and let go of the day. Okay, so that's it. So we're looking at leading ourselves in general. There's so many things that we could talk about this, but I want to talk about staying healthy, taking care of you, about taking care of your home environment. And then the last thing I want to talk about is leading yourself in relationships. So it's pretty clear at work if you're not a relationship person, and we're not all wired that way. We are, hi, Alex. Miss you. Hope everything's going well where you're landed right now. Um, with relationships, if you're not tending to your relationships in your personal life, it's going to be increasingly difficult to maintain relationships at work. And so, if there are problems around that, or if you can't understand why the culture is diminishing, or you don't understand why your team is not getting along, why that sense of teamwork isn't working, why there's conflict, why there is a really bad reaction to change, there's aversion to really pulling together to getting the job done, to using my gifts and talents for the bigger picture so that collectively we can get stuff done. I'm going to challenge you to go back to your personal life. I'm going to challenge you to look at your relationships. I'm going to ask you, how are you interacting with other people? How are you serving other people? Are you being a doormat? Are you letting people walk all over you? Are you being a bulldozer? What does that look like in your personal life? Because again, if you're not leading yourself, people are going to sniff that out at work and in your family and in your friends. Nobody's going to want to follow you because they're going to sniff out that you're not leading yourself first. So I'm seeing this a lot. Obviously, I'm all about some self awareness because that is where we birth personal brands. We have to know what our greatness is, and we have to understand what we need to bubble wrap, right? So Amber is domestically disabled, so I bubble wrap that by having a housekeeper. So we need to understand these things so that we can lead ourselves, and only then can we lead other people. Again, I'm not perfect. You can phone my entire team and they can be like, "Woo, Amber in this area, she is woo." We're not perfect people, but I'm inviting you in the intensity of 2020 as we move forward into 2021, which probably is not going to, spoiler alert, it's not going to be much better. We're going to still have economic conditions. We're still going to have racial injustices that we're working through. We're still going to have political strife. That's not going away. But what can change is how we show up as leaders, first for ourselves, first for our families, first for our friends and our homes. And with that environment and that energy and that solid place of grounding and inner knowing of what is going on in my life and my world, only then can you show up to work and think anybody's going to follow you or believe you or trust you. And so, if you don't have your house in order, and I don't mean perfect anything, I just mean like your house, like your house. How are you showing up every day? You won't be able to invite other people to get theirs in order. So that's my little tidbit today. Thank you, Leon, for the inspiration of today's live. Make sure that you go over, I don't know where you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, go like my Amber Hurdle page on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go like and subscribe. Like this video on YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be in the habit this year. Again, I'm not a good, consistent person. I'm forcing myself to do this because I'm going to lead myself first in consistency before I can lead other people to do the same. And also because I just want to be there for you. I don't care if 4 people watch this video. If 4 people get something out of it and you feel more empowered to get through what we've been through this year and get to the other side because it's coming. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. I promise. I've lived long enough, I've been through enough to know this to be true. If I can do that for you, I'm super happy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.